everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Dani here, and today I have another hat pattern for you guys, but this is different. This hat is made with circular needles and is very easy. I named it Keep It Simple because it's extremely easy. And as you can see, it's a double brim, so if you guys live in a cold country, or if you are traveling, or if you just need a warmer hat, this is gonna be perfect. And of course, before we get started, I'm gonna invite you guys to subscribe to my channel, so you're gonna be here every week when I upload a new video. And now, if you want to learn how to make this beautiful double brim hat, keep watching the video. So for this hat, I'm gonna use one skein of this Charisma yarn by Loops and Thread. It's category 5 bulky, and I'm gonna use 9mm circular needles. These are 16 inches, and of course I'm gonna need a scissors and a stitch marker that fits into my needles. Also a tapestry needle. So now we are gonna begin casting on, and I'm gonna cast on 46 stitches. So go ahead and do that. So once you have your 46 stitches, now I'm gonna take my stitch marker and I'm gonna place it in the right needle. And now we are gonna close this first row, and I showed you guys in last video that to close the first row we are gonna need the first 2 stitches with 2 strands together. I like this way. I think it's very easy and comfortable for me. And when we have our first 2 stitches, we are gonna just leave the little end and continue knitting with the yarn that comes from the ball. And now we are just gonna knit all the way along your hat. So we're gonna be knitting 30 rows, and these are gonna be for the brim. So if you want your brim to be wider, you can knit more than 30 rows, or if you want your brim to be a little bit thinner, you can knit less. This is totally up to you. This is my pattern, so I just like the very thick brim, so this way I'm gonna make 40 rows. And remember that when you go to the row number 2, the first 2 stitches are with 2 strands together, so make sure to take both of them, otherwise you are gonna be increasing 2 stitches. So make sure that the first 2 stitches are with 2 strands together, and now you can just keep knitting all the way around and keep doing this until you reach your 30 rows. So in here I have my 30 rows. This is how it should be looking. Now we are gonna make the brim. So take this part of the hat, the one at the bottom, and we are gonna fold it in the middle, just like this. And what we're gonna do is knit this next row, but we're gonna take the stitch that it was in your casting on. I don't know if that makes sense. So well, you guys are gonna see it better here in the video because I'm not very good explaining. So make sure the first one is the first one you are gonna take in this side, and just take this little strand that you can see in here, that it will be the first stitch, and I'm gonna place it on the needles. You can see in here, that's the first stitch. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna place it on the left needle. So what I'm gonna do now is knit the first stitch of this row with those two strands together. So in here I'm gonna do it again and knit those two strands together, or those two stitches together. And so this is how I'm gonna be forming or creating my brim. So just take your time and make sure you are taking the right stitch, because otherwise if we miss one, at the very end we're gonna be missing one stitch, one part of the brim is gonna be opened, and we don't want that. So just take your time and make sure you are taking the right stitch, and just keep doing this. It's just one row, literally it's just to create and close the brim, and then we are just gonna keep knitting all the way up until we complete the hat. So in here I have my brim ready, and of course you should have the same amount of stitches that you had before. And this is how it should be looking from the outside and the inside. It should be perfect and it should be straight. Every stitch should be perfect. So now what we are gonna do is keep knitting all the way up until we have the length of the hat that we need. In this case, I'm gonna be knitting 17 rows, and then we are gonna knit 2 more rows with decreases, so then we can close the hat. So in here I have my 17 rows. Now I'm gonna make my first row with decreases. So to do that, we are gonna knit 2 and decrease 1. That means knit 2 stitches together, and we are gonna keep doing this all the way around. Knit 2 and decrease 1, and we are gonna just keep doing this all the way around. And for the last row, I'm gonna do exactly the same, but I'm gonna knit 1 and then decrease. Knit 1 and decrease, and we are gonna keep doing this sequence all the way around until we finish. And this is gonna be my last row. If you guys like to finish all the hat like decreasing until the very last stitch, you can go ahead and do that, but I don't like to do that. I just like to leave my hat like this. So in here, as you can see, I cut the yarn, and what I'm gonna do is just pass from the needle to my tapestry needle, and then I'm just gonna close it, like pulling the yarn, and this is how I'm gonna close my hat. This is my personal preference. Of course, you guys can do it the same or different. That's totally up to you. And basically, your hat is done. So it's very, very easy, as you guys could see. It's just one of my favorite hats. It's very simple and very straightforward. Like, you can be watching TV or I don't know, watching your series and knitting this, because it's very, very easy. So I really hope you guys liked it, and if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And you guys know that I would love if you share your pictures on my social media. I have Instagram and Facebook, so if you have any questions, please leave it down below, and or if you have any comment as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.